Good evening, everyone. I would like to call the July 8th, 2025 Planning Commission regular meeting to order. The Planning Commission is holding hybrid meetings. Members of the public can attend the meeting in person or observe the meeting on Zoom, online by visiting www.cityofarcata.org and following the live meetings link at the bottom of the city's homepage or on the city's YouTube channel. If you are attending remotely, please be aware that the Zoom feed provides the closest to real-time stream. If you rely on the other feeds and you wish to make comments, please be aware of the time lag on those feeds. The first item on our agenda is the land acknowledgement. The City of Arcata acknowledges that the lands we are located on are the unceded ancestral lands of the Wiyot tribe. The land that Arcata rests on is known in the Wiyot language as Godene, meaning over in the woods or among the redwoods. Past actions by local, state, and federal governments removed the Wiyot and other indigenous peoples from the land and threatened to destroy their cultural practices. The City of Arcata acknowledges the Wiyot community, their elders both past and present, as well as future generations. This acknowledgement seeks to aid in dismantling the legacy narratives of settler colonialism. Staff, will you please call roll?
Commissioner Hickey? Commissioner Ham? Here. Commissioner Strickland?
Here.
Commissioner Lehman?
Here.
Commissioner Tagney?
Here.
Vice Chair Simmons?
Here.
And Chair Davies.
Here.
All present.
We are joined today by our Community Development Director, David Loya. Next, we have oral communications. During this time, people may make comments about items that are not on the agenda. If you wish to speak on one of our agenda items, you will have an opportunity when we are discussing those items. If you have comments about items that are not listed on our agenda today, please line up now behind the lectern. If you are on Zoom and you wish to make comments on matters that are not on today's agenda, please raise your hand by selecting the raise hand icon on the right side of your screen, or by pressing *9 on your phone. The clerk will unmute you when it is your turn to speak. With that, I'd like to open public comment. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to comment during early oral communications. Feel free to state your name for the record. Seeing no one here in the gallery, is there anyone online that would like to join us?
Oh, we do have one online. Go ahead, Colin.
Good evening. This is Colin Fisk with CRTP. Hopefully you all have received our email, but I just want to make sure.
But we can't hear you.
Oh, let's see.
We're having an IT issue. It'll be resolved momentarily.
Can you hear me now?
We're pushing the power button. Try
Can
now.
you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay, you can hear me?
We can. Go ahead.
Great. Okay, so it's Colin Fisk with CRTP, and hopefully you all received our email about the week without driving, but I just wanted to formally extend the invitation to all the commissioners and staff to participate in this year's Week Without Driving, which will be the end of September to the beginning of October. And if you haven't participated before, it's, basically participants attempt to not drive for a week. And the purpose is to get an understanding of what it's like to live in our communities as a non-driver. And, we do have many non-drivers in the community, folks who can't drive because of age or disability or low income or immigration status or any number of other reasons. And so encourage you all to do that. And I also wanted to flag that we actually have the National Founder of the Week Without Driving, Anna Zievarts, speaking in Arcata at the D Street Neighborhood Center next Thursday. She has also written a book called When Driving is Not an Option about non-drivers in every community, and just wanted to really encourage everyone to attend that speech. It'll be Thursday at 7 o'clock next week. Thank you.
Thanks for your comments, Colin. Is there anyone else waiting to comment, David? All right. Thanks for those comments. We appreciate participation and input as always. Moving on to consent, we have one item on consent calendar this evening, which is to approve Planning Commission minutes for our regular meeting from June 10th. Would any commissioner like to pull the item, or do we have a motion?
I'll move to approve the consent calendar.
We have a motion to approve. Does anyone want to second that motion?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you for that. Next, we're going to move to public hearings. Public hearing on our agenda this evening is to recommend approval of the comprehensive update to the Arcata Local Coastal Program. David, can we begin with a staff report?
Yeah, I'll keep it brief because as I emailed each of you earlier today, we have some follow-up conversations that we're having with the Coastal Commission staff. They provided some comments that cannot be resolved through the conditions of approval, or what they refer to as modifications process. I was relying on any outstanding issues being able to resolve after we've already approved them. Because some of the sea level rise policies need to be dealt with through their policy resolution process, where they evaluate the conflicts between different policy areas of the Coastal Act and then make a decision on balance to go with one policy over another. That process can't be done through the conditions of approval that I was anticipating being able to resolve any outstanding concerns with. So we've committed to working together over the next 3 months to resolve all of the outstanding issues and questions that they had raised on the draft that we have for June 10th, and we'll produce a new version. And what I've asked the commission to do tonight is to take any public comment there may be on this item, and then continue this hearing to October 14th. That'll give us a 3-month period to work on updating the local coastal program draft.
Okay, that sounds clear. Thank you for that. Are there any clarifying questioners from commissioners for staff before we open public comment? Seeing none, opening public comment then. I would like to make sure everyone has a chance to comment who's with us. There's no one in the gallery. Is there anyone online?
Go ahead, Colin.
Hello again. I just want to take this opportunity to express CRTP's appreciation to Director Loya and staff and the commission for some of the edits that were made to the local coastal program around coastal access, and particularly around the modes of access. You all may or may not know, but historically in Arcata and also in most local coastal plans, there has been an almost exclusive access emphasis on parking for coastal access and for development and vehicular access. And I really think that the language that has been provided in this updated draft really provides a much more balanced approach and emphasizes access by transit and by walking and biking and rolling, and really appreciate that update. Thank you.
Thanks for your comments, Colin. Anybody else waiting to join us, David?
No. There's one more person online, but they haven't raised their hand.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for those comments. Seeing no other people wishing to comment, I'm going to move to business items, and our only business item this evening.
Hey, do we have to make a motion to postpone?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Thank you. I
Continue.
skipped over that. So we need a motion to continue the hearing on the local coastal program to October 14th. So I'm seeking a motion and a second to continue this item.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So
Sorry, folks.
Moving on to business item, our only item this evening is to elect chair and vice chair of the Planning Commission. And before I say, share my thoughts, I'd like to start with a quick staff report. David?
Yeah, just real briefly, annually, the first meeting of the fiscal year, the Planning Commission elects chair and vice chair. There's nothing that says that the chair needs to switch at any particular time. The council has annually a rotation of the mayor, but Planning Commission doesn't have such rules. So it's up to the commission what they wish to do in terms of a nomination process. You can nominate chair and vice chair in one motion, or if you wish to take them separately, you may. But I would encourage a conversation among commissioners to decide who the chair and vice chair should be upcoming, and then we'll take votes on that.
Great. I appreciate that, David. I have thought a lot about this moment, and I have decided to step down as chair. I have enjoyed it immensely, especially collaborating with all of you. I feel like the commission's at a really good place right now. I want to end my tenure on a high note. We just finished the Gateway. Things are quiet. It feels like a good moment. So I'm trying to be tactical and thoughtful about this. My personal view on this matter, before we discuss it as a commission, is that Matt has done a great job as vice chair. I think he would make a great chair. I would also really like to see a woman back in leadership position, so I would think Abby would make a great vice chair. Those are my thoughts. If anyone would like to make a motion to that effect or has anything else that they would like to say, now's your moment.
Just before we move on too quickly, I just want to thank you, Scott, for being such a great chair. Coming onto the Planning Commission is kind of scary, and you did a great job of reaching out and making sure that, probably all of us were comfortable and understood our role. And you're also really good at keeping us on track and keeping track of the conversation. So I just wanted to take a second and really say thank you, and thank you for recommending me as vice chair.
I'll echo all that, and I'll also say, it's big shoes to fill, but I would really, really be honored by the opportunity.
I'd like to echo that again. You've done a great job, Scott, and I really appreciate the work you've done. Good for you. And I'd like to move that Matt be chair and Abby be vice chair for next year.
We have a
I'm
motion.
happy to second.
And a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 We're going to switch chairs.
And former Chair Davies, I'm assuming that the reason that you cut to the vote before getting through all other commissioners showering accolades on you was because you were very embarrassed. But just before we close on this topic, there may be other commissioner comments, so just wanted to provide space for that.
Well, I would like to reflect on Scott's tenure. I've appreciated working with him and also think he did a great job. And I'm really inspired by the youthful presence in our commission and then coming up through the ranks and running this show. I think it's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate this. And I just want to, continue to do the great work that we've been doing. And I want to say to all of you and to the public that if you ever have thoughts about how these meetings are being run, please bring them to me, both procedurally and then also substantively. If you ever have like an idea of an agenda item or something we should be talking about as a commission, I want this to be sort of a group effort and process. I think we do that already, and I just want to continue to do that. Okay, so continuing on, that concludes our business items, and we can move on to correspondence and communications. Is there any correspondence from Planning Commission members? Yeah.
just kind of a little bit on our change of role. I think for everyone on the commission to keep thinking that the most important job of the chair is to keep our conversations productive. That's been the most rewarding thing. I don't mind volunteering, but I have been frustrated in the past with meetings that are circular and don't lead us anywhere. I think the most important part of the chair's job is to make sure that we stay productive. So I hand that baton off to you. And I look forward to being a commissioner again, where I can be a little more forward with my personal thoughts and not take such a back seat when it comes to deliberations. So appreciate you all.
Thanks, Scott. Yeah. Any correspondence from staff?
None, thank you.
Okay. With that, there being no further business, this meeting is adjourned.